Hi guys, what's going on? And welcome back to another live stream. We should be live. Technically speaking, we should be live unless I've not clicked the button, but I think we are live, which I'll have to check because you never know. Can we hear myself? Yes, I can hear myself, so that's good. That's a good sign. So that means we're live, I think. Yeah, only there's nobody here yet, which is a bit weird. Nobody here yet? Okay, alright. Okay, alright, interesting. Anyways, let me then put this scissors away, because we don't need that. We'll put that away. Yeah, I don't know. Anybody here? Let's see. Let's see. We got somebody here. Hello. I'll just say Ryan. I think that's the easiest way. How are you doing? Good to see you. I saw you said you had your first ever proper glass tank in 1983. Which, 1983, how many years ago is that? It's 2025 now, so that's 25 and 17, which is 25 and 17 is 22, is 42 years ago. 42 years. 42 years. Right, 42 years, that's a long time. That's a long time. Apple Creek, okay, I'll say Apple Creek then. Yeah, alright, cool. Cool. Yeah, anyway, like I said, there's hardly anybody here yet, which is a little odd because usually more people are here already by this time, but I will give it some time. We'll give it some time for people to pop in. I was quite late with, oh, what's happening now? Oh, come on. Is it still working? Are we still good? Yeah, we are still good. Okay, good. What was I saying? I was quite late with scheduling the actual stream in, so maybe for that reason, you know, people didn't know. But there again, people know that I go live on a Thursday at 8 PM my time, which is, I don't know what time it is for other people in the world. But anyway, we'll just wait, I guess. My plan for today was to actually go back and watch all the different fish tanks and aquarium setups that I've had, and yeah, just looking what I can improve or what I have improved, or you know, all those things. So I think that's what we'll be doing, if you guys think that's a good idea. And if not, well then I guess not. But anyways, let's see, how do I get to my own thing? Here we go. There we go. There we go. 7 PM here, so you must be in the UK then, right? I guess. Yeah. Because where else is it 7 PM? It must be UK. Yeah, UK. That's my guess. Correct me if I'm wrong though. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyways, let's see. Right, okay. That's good. So we go here. Here we go, all my videos and things. And let's see. Can you guys see? No, you guys can't see. Mike is here. Hello, Mike. I've been filming from my balcony all day. Woke to gunshots and dead guy still laying on the street outside. 3 hours later. Okay. Interesting. That's an interesting story to wake up to. So, a guy woke up to gunshots, dead guy still laying on the street. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah. That is interesting. I guess because guns and things, they're legal I mean, in how many places are they legal? Is it just literally the US, Canada? Wait, are they even legal in Canada? Are guns legal? Why is this the first? Look at this. How is this? Can you guys believe this? How is this the first thing it came up with? I literally put in, are guns legal in, and the first thing it comes is Canada. Why and how? Google's listening. It says, yes, owning firearms is legal in Canada, but it's regulated by the Firearms Act and requires a license. Yeah, so you can't just go and buy... Yeah, okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. South England, there you go. I thought so. But cool. Being a fish guy, I thought it was someone banging on a plastic bucket. Banging on a plastic. Yeah. Not legal. Yeah, okay. Don't forget to hit the like button. Very hard to get a handgun legally. Okay. Yeah, I mean, they're not legal around here, of course, but you do hear of shootings more and more, which is quite terrifying, if you think about it. It's like, yeah, it's becoming more and more normal to hear, oh, in this and this city, somebody got shot dead, or in this and this city, someone got stabbed, or, I don't know, things like that, which, yeah, I don't know. Because that's the thing, that's the thing. If you have it legal, does that mean you got less incidents? Or not? I guess it's difficult because I find that with it being illegal, you still have some incidents because people get guns from I don't know where. But anyway, so yeah. So is the audio and video good? I haven't really checked that well, so hopefully it's alright. If it's not, let me know. BJD, hello, how you doing? Good to see you. Many more shooters in the USA than Canada. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. I think literally the US, it must be daily. Maybe more, maybe multiple times a day. I don't know. All good. Okay. How's the job? Yeah, the job's going quite well actually. Been working quite a bit. I worked, let's see, yesterday, Tuesday, and Monday, and Saturday. So I've worked 4 days so far, which is quite good. And I'll be working on Saturday again as well. So yeah, it's quite good. It's quite fun in a way because it's literally... Wait, maybe I have some more pictures. I think I've got some more pictures for you guys. I can show you. It's quite fun because it's like literally just driving around and yeah, pretty much that. Driving around, delivering some things. Let's see, how do I do this? I always suck at these things. I'm never great at... How can I get this full screen? Is there a way? How do you get this? Okay, that's not full screen, but whatever. You can see me here. Look, this is me in the van. As you can see, there we go. That's me. That's the van. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I don't know if I've got any other pictures. Let me see. Jorge, how you doing? Good to see you. Or George, whatever's easier. George is easier to say. I'm bad at saying Jorge. I suck at it. I can't do it. But I hope you're doing all right. How do I escape? How do I... Oh no, I pressed done. There we go. I had a lovely day off. Yeah, it was... it's Ascension Day today, of course. So, at least in the Netherlands, it's a national holiday. And everyone's off. Look, you can... Okay, I can show you this. this was yesterday or the day, no, this was yesterday because I was on my own for the first time. So you can see this is the van, and then in there's like these crates with fish, and like there were even live lobsters and things. They sell live lobsters, so I had to deliver those. But yeah, quite cool, just driving around in the van. It's all, at least the route that I had for the past few days was along the beach, and yeah, it's actually quite nice. I mean, now because the weather's not the best yet, it's not too busy at the beach, but it'll be interesting to see when it is busy if it's like gonna be like difficult to drive there, because yeah. But anyway, that's enough of the job, the new job, I guess. Because I don't have any other pictures, I don't think. Do I? Quickly looking if I do, but I don't think so. No, except for, well, this one, but this one was on Saturday. I was driving in this. So yeah. Anyway, so that's the job, so that's going well. We'll close out of this. How do I close out of this? There we go. Alright, cool. Let me go through the chat because I've missed a couple of things. Cleaned up my microgreens growing towers. What are those? Microgreens growing towers. Let's see. Oh, those seem interesting. Wait, so that's like a tower. You know what this is? This is kind of like the Happy Stacks idea. You guys know the Happy Stacks? Happy Stacks. It's kind of the same idea as this, eh? But then for like, so that'd be interesting. Did they get the idea for this from the microgreens? Because this looks very similar, doesn't it? It's basically this on a smaller scale, and then yeah, and then like in a fish tank. But yeah, okay. Interesting. Coming more frequent in London for gun crime. Yep, yeah. George works. Let's see. Actually, as a civil servant, I can choose when I take up holiday hours. Really? So you don't... But even the national holidays, because aren't like national holidays for everyone? Or is that... Am I understanding that wrong? Because, for example, where I work, it's a national holiday. Everybody's free, no matter if you... what kind of thing or contract you're on. Like, everyone's free, so yeah. Stick to traditional Christian holidays, even though we stopped going to church ages ago. Right. Offices close anyway. So, but how can you then still work if you wanted to? Right, okay. The kids with a number of levels where water seeps through the bottom. They're not hydroponic towers. So, it's not this what I was showing? Then I don't know what it is. Because that's all I can see. You've ordered a couple of those with the Happy Stacks things. Yeah, they're quite cool. Niels, how you doing? Nice to see you. They are trains with holes in the bottom and a drip holder in the bottom. Right, let's see. It's not really something like this then. You mean something like this? But then, not really. Or this. Could be that. Or... I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Anyways. Steven, how you doing? Good to see you. Hope you're alright. We can work from home, so we don't need to be at the office. Right. Gotcha. But our phone lines are closed. Okay. People want to work today, they can do that. Okay. Cool. Right. Anyway, should we get on with the thing that we were going to do, which was going back and seeing some of the old, or I say old, my older setups, which we can start with the first one that I ever had, which was, let me get my AirPods in so I can actually hear the video. Anyway, the first one was this, which you saw in the thumbnail, which, let's see if the ad plays, because of course we got ads, because that's how YouTube works. So let's still playing. All right, and then we need to wait like 5 seconds. There we go. All right. Let's get it on 1080p at least. We do go up in quality as the years go on. But anyway, this was my first ever tank here. And to be honest with you, it's still one of my favorite tanks I've ever done. So this was the Dual Rio 180, right? And to this day, I kind of still want to recreate this. It's very messy looking, but yet again, it also looks quite good and like natural. So it's kind of like a jungle scape, right? Because we got all the Vallisneria in the back, we got the Java ferns, we got the crypts, Rotalas we got the Liliopsis, Anubias, we got moss even. So all these different things. And yeah, it's kind of still my favorite. Well, maybe not my favorite setup, but one of my favorite setups for sure. Definitely one of my favorite setups. And this was the first big tank I got, pretty much. Even though this is not a massive tank, but you know. So anyway, I had this setup here. I had Aquascapes in the bottom, Spiderwood, Dragonstone. I only had the internal filter, which it worked, but you know. So anyway, I kinda, yeah, I did like this setup. Anyway, so let's see, we had that. Let's go to the next setup then, because we're only looking at actual setups, not like other videos. So just setups. Which, could you class this as a, I guess you could class this as another setup. Because this here is the same tank, and it's kind of the same setup, but it's not, because I kind of changed the scape. And let's go towards the end, because I think, look here, I'm just cleaning it. Yeah, that's pretty much all we're doing here, is cleaning it. So if we go to the end, surely, there we go. So I guess this is the second scape, kinda. Which, I don't know, I like the first one better for sure. By the way, let me know what you guys think. I'd love to hear what you guys think as well. Yeah, true. Yeah. But yeah, this, I guess, it's alright. I kind of like the center island with the Java fern, and this Java fern is like really healthy. This was like real healthy Java fern, which was good. Seems a lot smaller. What do you mean with a lot smaller here? Or what do you mean? The Java fern looks amazing, even in bright light. Yeah, that's the thing. So I was kind of surprised how I got this so good. I still don't know. I guess maybe because the Java fern was quite mature, maybe? I don't know. But in highlighting, it still looked really green and vibrant. No algae, which is quite good. The only things I didn't really like this dragonstone, I guess, around here. It was a bit messy. But you know, it's alright. I guess then, what did we have then? So we had that. Do we count this as a tank setup? I don't know. Is this another tank setup? I don't know. Low KH water, I presume? Actually, well, maybe because of the aqua soil. Does the aqua soil also take the KH then? Because yeah, I don't know if aqua soil lowers the KH as well. But because there was aqua soil in there, look, my tap water is quite high KH and quite high GH as well. But maybe because of the, yeah, maybe because of the aqua soil. Maybe that's why, and that could be a reason. Like ever since then, I haven't really used, like in the Jewel 450, there's no aqua soil in there. And I suspect the KH is quite high because at least my tap water KH is quite high. So yeah, I think the sides made it optically look smaller. Not sure, maybe the fish grown too. Oh, you're talking about, right, okay, about that. Gotcha. Yeah. Java fern is my nemesis. It doesn't like my high water temperature in the summer. Yeah, that's also a thing, of course. The temperature, yeah. I must say, to be honest, most of my plants that I use are, well, kind of depends. The ones in the Jewel right now, I think the temperature's set at like 25 and they do alright. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know if we can count this as a tank setup. By the way, do you guys want the audio with it? Problem is, I'm still a baby in these videos. I have like a baby voice. And what is this insane music? Wow, okay, insane music. Anyway, do we call this a tank setup? I don't know. Kinda, I guess. I kind of like the idea what I was doing here. Because I had plants in each compartment. Look, can I show you? Look, I had plants in each compartment, and my idea back then was to have different species in each compartment so I could grow them and then sell them. Because back then, of course, I wasn't buying in plants, and I was just breeding and selling simple things. But yeah, look, it looked quite nice. And it did grow quite well. Did I get any fish in here? I can't remember. What is this music? Okay, I don't know what I was thinking with this music, but sure. So anyway, I guess you could kind of call that a tank setup. Right, then after that, what's the next one? Next one is this one here. Now, yeah, I think it's this one. course we get ads. Alright. Yeah, this is just the ad playing. Yeah. Can't say much about that, can I? Do 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 do. Yeah, so this was the next tank.
Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys my 30-liter cube.
Can you guys hear that?
So this,
Alright, let's just turn this off. So this was the 30-liter cube, which I still have that cube here, not the same scape. I kind of like this scape, not gonna lie. It was kind of cool. It was, yeah, it was quite nice. I had my own DIY CO2, which you can see here. So this was my own DIY CO2. And the plants did quite well. Again, aquasoil in here. I must say I've had pretty good success with aquasoil every time I use it, so it's quite good stuff. Also this carpet, I think it ended up being not a full carpet, but kinda. This is also a cool plant, the hydrocotyl tripartita, I think it's called. Yeah, there you got the DIY CO2. Let's see. Yeah, so that's pretty much this tank. I mean, quite cool. Look how wobbly my footage is as well. Like, wobble, wobble. So I kind of like this tank too. Then, what's my next tank after that? This is my next tank. The Dutch towel. Which, do we have music? Oh, this is just simple music. This was the next big project, which was the dual Rio 180, which you saw before, and I did a full Dutch towel on it. So, as you can see, look, I laid out the sticks, what I wanted where, got all these pots, planted them all in. And this was an insane project, by the way. This was an insane project. And these were the first 26 days. I was taking pictures every day, which is quite cool. So you can see me plant them up here. Let me quickly go through the comments. You get paid for watching your own ads? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Look how good it was already after day 3. Look how good it already looked. Yeah, that's the one, yeah. Yeah, indeed. And I made a video about it as well. But look, so... And it's amazing to see how fast it grows. I did have CO2 here. But look, by day 5 already, look at the growth. Insane. And we do get a full carpet, by the way. I'm kind of tempted to do something like this again. But then on the dual 450, kind of would look cool, I think. Right, look, by day 9, here, day 10, look at the growth. I also put my baby angelfish in at this point. But it's insane. Look at the growth. Okay, day 12. We had some die-off here, and I had to, like, replace some of it. So, yeah, there we had some die-off. But overall, look at it, day 14. I think like by day 20 we got a pretty much full carpet. Here, this was really weird. All of a sudden this Alternantera Reinecke Mini, I think it is, started dying off. You can see it, like, look, it starts to die off here, and then eventually it completely died off. Still don't know why. Got no clue why. Look, it pretty much completely dies off, and I think I replace it at some point. But here, by day 20, look at day 20, we pretty much got a full carpet in the front. And there I've replaced the stuff here. Day 22. Still, we got our full carpet, the S-wrappings on the side. I think this might be the best day, like how it looked. Although let's have a look at day 25. Maybe day 26. Yeah, look, day 26. Look how good it looks. Look how... Oh, come on. Can we get it on? No, no, I make the same mistake. All right, let's pause it. Now, no, I'm too late. Okay, we'll try one more time. Right, and there we. No, okay. Well, anyway, you kind of get the idea, right? To be honest, I kind of like this tank. I think this tank was pretty cool. That's definitely also high up in the list of tanks that I liked. But do I have... Yeah, look, this video... Again, we got ads, of course, because that's what you do. Let's see who commented here. Who is this? I don't know. Why is this ad not playing? Come on. Please just play. I use a planted box system on my dual reel. I actually also used a planted box CO2. Okay, this is, I don't know how many days this is later, but look at it. We have a full-on carpet. The middle is fully grown. Now, this was kind of a messy Dutch style. It wasn't very neat, I'll tell you that. But, yeah. I still like it. And it looks quite cool. But eventually I had some issues with cyanobacteria. And then it just... I had to take it down. Could visit Debo in Nieuwegein. They have an amazing and huge Dutch style tank. Really? I might go visit them, yeah. Yeah, I really like this tank. It's just like aesthetically pleasing, you know? So, yeah. Anyway, moving on. We have, so we had that. This is the next one, rescaping. So this is the next one. Look, this is, this is what it looked like after a couple of weeks, months. This is how that tank that you just saw looked like. I let it go completely out of control. Look at it. It's insane. All these baby angels. Look at the growth though. Look, you could see the cyanobacteria here. All of this. This is all cyanobacteria. So at this point it was just too much. Look, but the tops were looking quite good. Anyway, time to strip this all out, as you can see. See all this cyanobacteria? I just had enough of it and I took the whole thing down. Could have maybe saved it, but wasn't worth it. Instead, I rescaped. There we go. Got everything out. And got to rescaping. So I got all these different pieces here. And to be honest, kind of like this scape. Like it has a cool, wavy structure to it. There you can see. And I planted it up. If some plants are saved. Anyway, so I fully planted it up. Let's see what the end result is here. This is the end result of that tank. And again, at this state, I think it looked pretty nice. Because you can kind of see, it kind of looks like there's just one piece or two pieces of wood in there. Because this flows really nicely into here. And then that could be another piece, or it could be one piece, and then the stone actually flows in nicely too. Plants nicely in the pockets. Yeah, really like this tank. Oh, and we are frozen again. What's happened with the camera? Okay, we're back. Anyway. Also, I had a huge cyanobacteria outbreak in one of my smaller tanks. Added a small filter acting like a wave maker, and I gave it a blue exit treatment. Did that work? Too little flow. Yeah, that could be a good point. Yeah, that could be a good point. Anyway, so that was that tank. I did like that tank too. Then this was just a setup for my, like a breeding tank. Not very interesting. Then here's the next one, I guess. All these ads, annoying. Alright, oh, another ad. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Insane. All your tanks look great. Well, yeah, I guess. But then I get them into a state like this, and then that's the problem. So that was that breeding tank I was talking about. Now this was still in the days that I had to go to a fish shop to buy plants. So that's what I did. I got all these plants here. And the idea was here just a full-on Dutch style, but then in the 30-litre cube, which is a way smaller tank. And I kind of want to do this again. Just because it was quite simple. It was not that difficult. So we just got everything in. And here we go. This was kind of the end result. Which this looks pretty alright, right? But I can show you even better. Come on, why do I have to do this every time? Because this here, this was even better. Oh no, wait. Is it this one or this one? This one? Is that the right one? No, wait. I'll take this video because this gives a really good, some really nice shots. Look, this is what the... Oh, can we just get a frame? There we go. This is what the end result looked like. Which, you can't tell me this doesn't look good. This might be my favorite, okay, definitely my favorite nano setup, for sure. Because look at it. Just look at it. That's why I made a whole video on this, for people to just relax to, because I think I put some relaxing music. Yeah, quite relaxing. And I made all these little shots and things. Because it is quite a nice tank, eh? Yeah, and I only had these platies in it, which I think complemented the scape really well. And I was really happy with these platies. I really liked them. It was just simply 3 platies, I think. 1 male, 2 females. Literally that. And we had some babies too, which is cool. But yeah, that's why I made this video. Look at that shot. Beautiful. Now this one's even better. Look at that. That's a cool shot. The only thing that annoys me a little bit was that filter. I shouldn't... If I could have hidden that filter a bit better, would have been even nicer. But I didn't. Now again, I had my own DIY CO2 in here, and that really did help. I think. Anyway, as you can see, that's our tank. Really like this tank. Really liked it. It's the easy life blue exit, but you also have to address the cause. Yeah, makes sense. Are your parents into fish keeping too? Nope, not at all. It's all me, pretty much. So yeah. Okay. Anyway, then we have that tank. Next tank is... Should we go over these racks? Because I did set up these racks, but they're not really scapes, are they? They're not really scapes. Now, we'll just go with this. This setup. But let's do start to finish, because otherwise it doesn't really make sense. Because I just combined everything, I think, into this video. So, yeah. We'll go with this video here. This was the next scape. Now, again, this is the dual Rio 180. And I made a couple of mistakes in this tank, which you guys will probably see. So I went with a very simple thing, which was these pieces of wood. These pieces of wood here. Java fern. Again, the Java ferns looked really good. A few echinodoras, and then this wall of Vallisneria in the back. Right, very simple. And then we got these discus in here and these angelfish. But problem was, tank was too small, really. Because this was the tank that we broke down. That was the previous setup. Look at this lily as well. That's quite nice. Or the lotus, or whatever you call it. Let me turn off the sound. So this is pretty much just how I built it, I think. And I first just had the discus in here with just the structure and no plants. But then I ended up adding plants, which are here. So I added all those plants in. And yeah, so I don't know. I mean, this is not my best tank for sure. It's, yeah. The main highlights were the discus, but like I said, it didn't really go that well. As you can see here, a couple of them died. Anyways, then what's the next tank setup? Oh yeah, this one. Now, believe it or not, we scaped this one on a live stream, which can you believe is 2 years ago. That is 2 years ago. Wow. That's insane. That's 2 years ago. Alright, anyway. Wow, look at this. What's happening here? Okay. Alright. Oh wait, this is already the result. Because look. This is the live stream. We scaped, yeah, I remember this. We scaped this on the live stream. Does anybody remember, okay, anybody who's watching, does anyone remember this live stream? Does anybody remember this? I can't remember who was all in this live stream. We can probably look back and see which live stream it was. Anyway, this was the tank, which looks pretty good, right? This is my little desk tank, which I have my little desk tank. It's right here, which needs a rescape. I'll tell you that it needs a rescape for sure. But yeah, I mean, it looked pretty cool. The Pogostelon really made it stand out, and the hairgrass. But after a few weeks, I don't know if it looked that great. Anyway, let's move on to... Do we call this a... So this was a pond.
Hi guys, what's going on?
Kind of a pond. An aquarium pond.
We're gonna be making a little mini pond
Look.
here, and so basically, alright, so yes, it's time to make
So this was what we first had, but then I wasn't really happy with that. So what I did instead was I took this tank,
this aquarium. So
and put it here. This is on the decking, which... Oh yeah, and I was moving this on my own. Let's see, what was the end result? Final look, that's what we want. I added some bristlenose in there as well. Look at that. That was... Okay, this was the end result. So we had some goldfish, bristlenose. It looked kind of cool. I'm not going to lie. It looked kind of cool. We had the bristlenose there. We even had the air stones in. We had these goldfish. All the plants. And how it worked was it overflowed. I don't know if I showed that here. But how it worked... Come on. Zoom out, will ya? Here we go. There we go. So how it worked, you had this top part here. Water came in here, overflowed into here. This then overflowed with a filter into this one, and then there was a pump here, pumping it back up to the top thing, which... Yeah, I don't know how it really worked. It didn't really work that well, to be honest with you, but it was kind of cool. It was a cool project, let's just say that. So, yeah. Anyway, next after that, we had... this tank. This was quite a nice tank as well. I keep saying everything was a nice tank, but they are. By the way, hit the like button while we're waiting for the ads to play. Alright, here. Next tank. Oh, come on. Why do you keep playing ads? I think this was the Dutch style. Yeah. Look at that. So this is kind of what I always do. I let the tanks get into a state like this. Because that was the beautiful Dutch style. Crazy. Look, you can see these were all the baby platies we had. So we had a bunch of baby platies. Anyway, let's get to the final result. This tank was kind of jam-packed with stuff for a small tank. But I did like it. Yeah. I can't remember if we escaped this one on the live stream as well. I think we did. Wait a minute. Yeah, look. This was on a live stream too. This? Yeah, this was on a live stream too. I remember a couple of people were helping me with this. Yeah. See, this was a live stream. Which is quite cool. So that was a live stream doing that. So anyway. So that was that tank. Then so you can see this original tank when I said it's, you know, not my best tank, but then when I got to this state, it looked quite cool. And yes, this was overstocked with angelfish. Had too many angelfish in here. But I know. Wait, let me mute that. The back wall of Val was pretty cool. The echinodores were cool. Even the Javafin. So eventually this was quite a cool tank. Yeah, it turned out to be quite a cool tank. So I just wanted to quickly show that. By the way, we should start the quiz soon, eh? What do you guys think? We should start the quiz soon. Anyway. Oh, this was in Florida. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Tank setups anywhere? No. No, no, no. Nope. Okay, this is the next tank. Whoops, no, no, no. Come on. Stupid thing. Right, another ad. Hit the like while we'll wait. There you go, I just wanted to press this. So, again, look, I get it into this state. This is what I always do. I get it in, this was the beautiful tank you saw the other time. Let it get into this state, and it looks terrible. And then I just re-escape. And again, I did this on a live stream too. Look. I use two cameras. I use my main camera, and I use a phone. And then I got the chat up there. Can you guys see? Wait, who was in there? I can't really see. I can't really see that well. Anyway, we got this scaped. Which again, quite a nice tank this too. Look at that. Can we? I just think it looks phenomenal. And yeah,
Alright,
can we get it to here? What do you guys think? Do you guys like this tank? I do like this tank. But I can't keep saying this is my favorite tank, because if I say that for every tank, then what is really my favorite tank? But it was a cool tank. You guys should give like a rating out of 10 for each tank that I show, and say if you like it or not. So then, after that tank, let's see. After that tank, we had this, but I don't call this a tank setup yet because... Oh no, we first had this one.
Here's the tank. This is a third.
Okay, done quite a few tank setups, right?
The cube. Anyway, first job is to take everything out. Look at the amount of these plants we've got. You know, put a few rocks in. Got the soil in the back now. Tank. This is a
So again, I like just looking at
okay, guys.
the state the tank was in. This is what this was what that jungle turned into. Can you guys see something that is the same every time? What is the same every time in every video that I do a new scape? It's that it was like literally the tank is halfway down. The water level's halfway down. I somehow always get it let it get to that. I don't know why. I just don't fill them back up. Anyways, let's move on. Oh, come on. All these adverts are just annoying. They are just annoying. Right, we'll just have to wait. And wait again. Unless we want to do some plastering. So. Right, let's get. There we go. Here we go. Now this was a, as you can see by the title, an Anubias jungle aquarium. I basically used Anubias only, plus a couple of other things. I used some Bucephalandra, some crypts, and some Monte Carlo, I think. But that's it. And in this scape, I did, in the foreground, I did sand and like gravel, and then in the background, I did aqua soil. But there were a lot of snails in here, actually, which you can probably all see. You can see the Bucephalandra there, and everything. To be honest, I kind of like this tank. I say that with every tank. But this was actually a cool setup. It wasn't that difficult to do, but the result was pretty nice. And then we had all these fish in. They looked nice as well. Wait, did I do some cinematic shots at the end? Wow, that's very unlike me. Wait, look at these. Look at all these cinematic shots. I'm getting professional here. Wow. I didn't even remember I did these shots. Yeah, if I look back, some of my videos in the past were actually pretty good. Like, if you look at the quality. Like, look at some of these shots are really nice. Like, that's a... Ooh. Wait, can I pause that? The moment he opened his... Oh, look. Oh, it was just out of focus. But then 1 second later, it kind of is. You could even just snapshot that and use that as a picture. But yeah, anyway, that looked pretty cool. Then... we'll move on. Where's the next tank? So we had that. Oh yeah, that's right. This one here, which this is still the current setup in the jewelry of 450. So this is still the current setup. I still have this setup to this day. If you, yeah, I still have this. Wait a minute. Let's see. Come on, zoom out, zoom out. Zoom out, bro. I'm adding in more fish. And these fish are still in there as well. Or the rummy noses are. I've got different angelfish, but these rummy noses are. So this setup, like, look, it kind of looked bare here still. But once it was grown in, and like now it looks pretty nice. So anyway, and that has been running for nearly a year. So then I did this setup, which was a vase. As you can see, very simple, quite effective. It's quite basic. So yeah, don't really have much to say about that one. Then next setup was what is my next setup? This one, but this was not a tank for myself, but for a customer. But I did set this up, which was like a beginner tank setup. So very simple. Just one piece of wood, a few plants, and that's it. But sometimes simplicity is good too. So anyway, then next setup is, let's see. So I guess this desk tank, which again did this on a live stream.
My desk, you know, here's where I do my work and my live streams and things like that. And then here I've just got a nice little tank.
Yeah. Look.
So I'm gonna start off. I was thinking something like that.
Here we go.
A little bit.
This was again during a live stream. All these tanks were during a live stream. Sand.
How will we do this, guys? Okay, this is gonna be. See, it is looking good.
Let's see. The final setup. Oh, come on! All these ads.
Settled for maybe a day or so, and then I'll come back with one last update of the tank. Right, it's now been another couple of days, and you can see all the fish have settled in lovely. You can see here we've got the dwarf espores, these are the Boraris maculatus, if the camera will focus, there you go.
Yeah, so
That's gonna be it.
pretty nice.
Yeah, have a great rest
Yeah, pretty nice.
of your day, and I'll see you guys next time.
Yeah. Anyway, that was that tank, which is still here, and that's the next tank that's gonna be done, I think. What was the next tank? I think that's the last tank we did. Yeah. I generally haven't done. I haven't done any other tank setups since then. Have I? Oh no, I've done this one. I've done this one. Of course. Which is this here. This setup here. Which is pretty... also quite simple. So this is just the vase setup. As you can see, I mean, it looks pretty nice. And I must say now, it's even more grown in. And it looks even better. But yeah, quite nice, quite simple. Still got this one running as well. So yeah. Alright, anyway. I think that is it. Yeah, look, we're at present day now. I guess we can finalize by showing that's what the jewel is looking like right now. Or not exactly that, because that's what it was looking like. But this is what it's looking like. Which of course we can't see the thing. Here. This is what it's looking like right now, pretty much. And yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Still one of my... I don't know. Is this just one of those setups that is like quite easy, quite nice? And maybe I want to change it soon? Maybe? I don't know what to do, but yeah. If you guys got any idea, let me know. But anyway, that's enough of that, I would say. I've nearly done that for a whole hour, eh? Should we do the quiz? What do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to do the quiz or what? We got less people watching than usual. I don't know why. Maybe because it's a holiday day, national holiday for most people, I think. Wait, is Ascension Day a public holiday? Yeah. Most people are in the world. In the world. It's not in every country. But most countries. So that might be a reason why. Anyway. I think I might use DIY CO2 again during the startup phase of a nano tank, but I also have backup CO2 system with a 500 gram bottle. Yeah, I must say that the DIY are quite just easy to do, you know? They're quite simple and it's easy to do. Send a message to Discord. But try to run tonight. Alright, I'll look. The chickens, yep. Coco's eager to help indeed. Yeah, stuff gets in the way and before you know it, the tank is overgrown. That's true for sure. Use dot. Oh yeah, I could have done that. Forgot about that. Could have done that. Indeed. Alright, let's do the quiz then. Because I did make a quiz for you guys. Even though we don't have that many people, but hey ho. We'll do it anyways. It's by the way the last day for May to like with the points and everything. But yeah, I don't know where everyone is. I don't, to be quite honest. Now, here's the thing. We have a few, so with the quiz, we got a few options. We can do what we always do, which is the teacher's paste. But it doesn't have that countdown and it's quite annoying how they changed it. Or, I was testing this out. The classic mode, which basically kind of lets you do the questions on your own, but I can see live who is doing which question, how many points and stuff, but I don't know what to do. I don't know. Wait, what's this? One. During. What is this? Validate. Default timer. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. Do you want to do the classic mode or the I don't know. Maybe we should try it. Hey Zenny, how you doing? Did I hear quiz? Does that mean I didn't miss it? Indeed, you didn't miss it, yeah. We're about to do it though. Lots of baby red balloon rainbows now. Cool. That's cool. But what do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to try out the classic mode? See how it goes? Because it might be better. Not gonna lie. Play music, show, leaderboard, live reactions, power-ups. Bonus points. Okay. Question. Okay. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe let's try. Hey, Tommy, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, should we try? Okay. We'll try this. We'll see if it's any good. If it's not, we'll do the other thing. But at least there's like some kind of countdown, I think. And it's a bit more fancy. And how do I do this again? Copy link? Wait a minute, give me a second. I think that's the link to the quiz. And here. Is there any music? I don't know if there's... Themes. Croak, folk, synthwave, cosmic picnic, summer. Croak folk. This seems quite interesting. Should we do that one? I don't know what it all is. Yeah, it's something with power-ups. I'm not entirely sure what it is and how it works. But something with power-ups, and I think also it's not... So instead of me going through the questions, everyone does it like at their own pace, kind of. But also not, because everyone has the same amount of time, I think. But again, I'm not sure. I quickly tested this out on my own, and it seemed quite cool. Alright, we're ready to start? Got 6 people in, 8 people watching. Let's just start. Because then we can see if we like this or not. Okay, it's counting down. Oh, it's got music. But here's the thing. Look, I can see live what you guys are doing. But it won't... I don't know if this is good. Oh wait, boosts? What are these? Boosts. Supersonic? 2x? Glitch? Ha! Okay. The only thing is... Oh wait, somebody's got a streak. I think that means... Like, yes, the questions are here. But you guys go through them real quick. I don't know. I don't know if this is the best way to do it or not. But I can kind of see the live scores. And the music is quite funky. Zenny's in the lead. So instead of going through the questions like on this thing, I could just commentate on the leaderboard and see who wins. So we got Zenny in the lead at the moment. Then we got, I think that's Niels second. Then actually we got Steven second now. So we got Steven second. Steven's first now. Well done, Steven. Zenny in second place. BJD in third place. BJD moves up 1 place. I'm just commentating on this whole thing. Which is quite cool. But, should I give you guys a power up? A 2x score for 1 question. Here we go. This is going to be 2x. So your next question will be 2x. which I don't know if that works or not. Can I click on your things? How do I? No, I can just go through the question. Look, you guys are question 14 already. Wow. Oh, what's happening? I don't know. BJD in the lead. No, Steven's in the lead. Wait, so what do all these power-ups do? You will be able to apply another power-up after 1.5 minutes. Okay. Interesting. So, does that mean Zenny is done? Zenny's right now in the first place, but Steven has taken the lead. Zenny is done, but not in first place. Zenny's moved down to third place even. BJ's in the lead right now. Steven second. This is actually quite fun because it's just, you can see the live leaderboard. The only thing is it's a bit less fun going through the questions because you don't get that element. But you do get the element of seeing the leaderboard. So, I don't know. The problem is doing it this way, it goes a bit quicker. You know? I just wish they would bring the whole thing back of what it used to be like with the countdown. Okay, BJD's finished in first place actually. Is everyone finished? Oh no, Tommy is still doing his thing. Elaine's still busy, I think. So fast, yeah. Like insanely fast. And I guess everyone can go at their own pace, kinda. Or did you guys get a countdown per question? Like how many seconds? Like a 30 seconds max or whatever? Because I can see here, average time taken 6 seconds. Average time taken 9 seconds. 4 seconds. 6 seconds. 5 seconds. 6 seconds. 8 seconds. 6 seconds. Only countdown, so not per okay. That was weird. I don't know, and it still shows where I finished and never updates for me. Sure it'd be at the end, but I can't tell what's okay. Saw some memes in between. It said some kind of option for that, which is interesting. Must be for the ones you got wrong or something. I mean, this is like this whole software is meant for like classrooms, right? So then that would work quite well in a classroom, I guess. That's pretty quick. Pretty quick. But it looks like... and BJD, you had a streak of 19 questions in a row. Wow, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Only Elaine is still busy right now, I think. The music is quite cool. Although I must mute the other one, otherwise. Can you guys hear the music? Yeah, not bad, not bad. I don't know if I like it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Well, you got it right? Oh, really? I was making this quiz at literally an hour before the stream. And I was like, do I put the Neon Tetris question in again? I was like, yes, I'm putting it in again. Because Zenny practiced. So, yeah. Oh, Elaine moved up a little spot. Well done, well done. But yeah, well done for that. Okay, everyone's done. I think. Is everyone done? Oh, look, here we go. Third place, Zenny. Second place, Steven. And first place, BJD. You got your pink hair here, at least. And your panda hat, which is cool. Alright, well done, everyone. So, Right. That's pretty much it. And then I can just see your guys' scores. Wow, you only missed one, which was question 1. That's really good. Okay. Cool. Wait, which one was the question about the neon tetra? Question 10. 4 were correct. Well done. You guys are learning. That's pretty good. Well done, well done. That's really good. Oh wait, what's this? Sus? What are these things? Sus? What is Zenny doing? You can see average time taken. What does this do? Replay. Assessment. No, 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 no. I don't want to replay. No, please. Don't replay. Question 10. So we can kind of go through the questions like this. Wait, did you get this right? Only one person got it right. Let me... Probably BD got that one right. But it's not Amsterdam. Okay, interesting. What do we think? I don't know. I don't know what we think. Yeah, I don't know. Look at this. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's difficult to judge by what we think. I got stuck on the spelling until I typed in a few letters. Right. Yeah, no math question. Forgot about that. Was just pushing buttons. Plenty of flag questions to fail, indeed. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Alright, so anyway. Review questions. So you can just go through. Okay. So, I don't know. I don't know if I like it. I can exit. Look, because the other way of doing it is what we always did, which is, how do I do this? The other way of doing it is, of course, this one, the teacher paste. Now, what's this? Mastery peak. This is also interesting. You guys then have to get it right to move on, like. Test mode, team mode. Hey, we can even do teams. Okay. Because the only thing I hate about the teacher paste thing is that it still does it doesn't do the countdown. Like, you guys can, if you guys want, you can try again. I don't know if it's the same code or not. But I'll show you what the difference is. You guys can then tell me what you like better. It's up to you if you want to do it or not. And I was looking forward to calculating the area of parabola. A rematch? Wait, that might have been the button I pressed. That might have been the button I pressed. Get past the tetra. I liked it. I didn't doze halfway through. Right. Yeah, it makes sense. I guess it's much quicker because it's like everyone does it at their own pace. And it's quite cool seeing the live things. But there again, we've done the quiz in literally 10 minutes, which is kind of like, yeah, I don't know. Usually it would take about at least 20 minutes to half an hour. Which just makes it fill the stream a bit more because now the quiz is just over. So I don't know. But this is the classic one. It looks like nobody joined. But I guess we'll just not do this because it's the annoying version. It just doesn't do it well. Wait, 1 star. Bring back the timer. Surely at some point they're gonna have to see this. Alright, how do I get rid of this? Okay. I guess we'll add points then. Which with the live spreadsheeting, indeed. You do get through it a lot quicker. Again, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. Let me take these out as well. I don't really need these, do I? How do I get to my things? There we go. Right, time to add the points. Let's see. We'll get this like so. Don't think I've ever dozed off on your quiz though. Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing, right? Okay, Let's see. Calculator, that's what I want. Start at the top, which this is going to be quite interesting because this is the last stream for this month. And yeah, it'd be interesting to see who wins. 694. Steven has 44 to 50 plus 15. 60,010. That's pretty good. Yep. Then Zenny. Um, 14. 42, 3, 6, 8. And the thing is, it's up to you guys with your points if you want to gamble them. It's up to you guys. That's up to you, yeah. You guys should know yourself if you want to do that. $22, 130. Then Mike. 23, 820. 11420 is 35. 35. Whoops. 35 to 40. And then which is quite interesting is that by doing it this way, more people have higher points. Like the overall accuracy is here, 69%, which is quite good. Quite good. Alright, where's Tommy? Here we go. Yeah, here. 600 plus 10. 180 is 10. 780, alright. Is everyone done? That's everyone done. There we go. So if we then go here and hit top, We'll see who's in the lead. Let's have a look. Steven's in the lead with 60,010 points. Then BJD with 54,794. Then Zenny with 42,686. And so on. So, pretty good. Pretty good. But I've already won one, so I can't win again, right? I'm asking so I know if I can gamble my points yet. True. Wait, I can't remember. I think you won one. I'm gonna check now. How about that? I'm gonna check now. I'm gonna check now. Because I haven't filled in for. I still need to do March and April. But for March, Steven won, and April, yeah, Zenny, you won in April. So indeed. But I still need to do all the administrative work and stuff, which I'll get round to at some point. So yeah. But indeed, so you can gamble your points if you want to. That's up to you. One of these days, I'm going to remember to study the flags. I used to know them all till they changed a bunch of them. Which flags did they change then? Do countries change flags? I didn't know that was a thing. Hey, yeah. Indeed. Steven is a wiener. Winner. Huh. Yeah, sometimes I put some difficult flag questions in though. Yeah, sometimes I do. Yeah. Right, Steven is doing a heist. If anyone wants to join. Ah. Yeah. Since 1960, there's a bunch of new countries. Yeah, that makes sense. But I haven't really heard of like an established country changing their flag, right? Because if I look around, none that I know of at least. But you never know. I don't know if I could even name the... Why does it keep jumping? The flags that I've seen the answers to on the quizzes. It's just not something my brain thinks is working. Taking up space in my internal hard drive. Wow. Wait, is that 100,000? Wait, is that 100,000 points? No, that's 10,000. Is it 10,000 or 100,000? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 10,000. 10,000 points. Well done. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Not bad, not bad. And then you go in and lose them all. That's the way to do it. That is the way to do it, for sure. Anyways. Rebecca, hello, how are you doing? Good to see you. Ain't discus eggs hatched? So, yes and no. So, we actually had quite a few eggs hatch. I think about at least 10. But I don't know what they did. I don't know what happened to them, but they cleared them all. I think what it is with the discus, they kind of want a batch to be a good amount of babies, and they don't find it worth it for 5 to 10. Then they'll just clear the whole lot. So what I need to do one more water change, get the TDS right down, and then do it, because I still had too many eggs calcify. At least now the discus, the female lays quite a good number of eggs. And I think that's because I'm feeding a lot more, which is good. But still too many of them calcify. So I need to get that TDS even lower. So that's really what I need to do. And I will do that. But at the moment, we're actually going to renovate the fish room a little bit. Or we have been renovating the fish room a little bit. Which I guess I haven't shared yet. But what we're doing is we're doing some painting work, some paint work. So by we, I mean my dad, basically. But he's already painted the ceilings white again. And like all the walls white as well. Like just touching up because some of them it had discolored a little bit because of the water evaporation, things like that, you know, condensation. So we got all of that nice and white, and then we're actually doing the floor as well. The whole floor is getting repainted because if you remember, or if you know, the floor has like these patches that are not painted and like it doesn't really look that good. So it's gonna get a full paint. We even filled in some of the gaps and things, and we're gonna give it a full paint, like a grey color, I think. A light grey, I think, or dark grey, I can't remember. And yeah, my dad will be doing that on Saturday, I think. So that's just kind of the project process we're in now. So all the stuff that's on the floor usually is now out of the garage and like in the backyard, just sitting there. So yeah, once we get that done though, then it will look a lot better and it'll be quite nice. So yeah. Broke even, yeah. Countries that were occupied by the European countries changed their flag when they got independence. Ah, yeah, that's a good one, yeah. True. Egg consecration is so annoying. I know. It is. It is like... And I don't know how people... Well, it must be. So... Some people will say, oh, discus, you can breed them in tap water, all these eggs will hatch, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking by myself, they must have tap water that is just really low in KH and GH, and probably also like a lower pH. Because otherwise, those eggs are just going to calcify. It's not like some discus have less calcified eggs than others, right? I mean, yeah, so I don't know. There you got people claiming out there, oh, you can breed discus in tap water and blah blah blah. Which it depends what they call breeding, because my discus will lay eggs in tap water, so they'll attempt to breed. Do you call that breeding? I don't know. But actually raising them up and, you know, hatching them, raising them up, I've never had success in just plain tap water. I've always needed some kind of, RO water and get the TDS down below 100 at least. So yeah, I don't know what all these other people are doing, but yeah. I've always found 150 ppm TDS is the easiest. I still found that 150, I think that's what they're on right now. And it's still a little bit too high. But I don't know. Because then day 1, totally fine. Day 2, alright-ish. Then later in day 2/day 3, we get all of a sudden a lot of eggs calcify, some don't. And then, of course, they hatch. Because discus eggs, they hatch quite quickly. They don't take too long, to be honest with you. So yeah, it's a tricky one. Spawning and hatching are 2 separate challenges. Yeah, indeed. Yeah. It really is. Like, you can spawn any fish, but then hatching might be difficult. Or, it might be difficult to spawn fish, but the hatching is really easy. So they go 2 of those. And then there's actually another challenge of raising up the fish. Or the fry. Because that can be tricky too. depending on what fish it is. I laid eggs and it lasted 2 to 3 days in tap at 200 ppm TDS, low 7 pH. That's, yeah, that's alright, yeah. But there again, your pH is quite low, 7, well, I call it low because my pH is like 8.5 sometimes. So yeah, and the TDS I think is like 300, 400. Maybe they had low calcium but high other parameters. Could be. That could be the case. But at least my tap water won't work for breeding disc or like hatching the eggs. Let's say that. I've tried it hundreds of times, quite literally. Yeah, because I think that pair must have spawned a bunch of times. Yeah, a lot of times. Also the other discus pair, which is doing, I mean, they're doing all right. The female's doing great. Male is, I don't know, I think he's getting better. And I've actually been feeding them some blackworms lately, and they've been doing quite well with the blackworms. Like the male was quite thin. I wouldn't say skinny, because when I say skinny, it seems like they're like really sick and like have like some worms or something. I don't think he has any worms anymore or any kind of internal parasite, because I've done a couple of treatments and that seems fine. But I just think what it is now is because he may have had something like that, is that he wasn't eating that much and therefore he got quite thin and lost like a lot of weight. So yeah, but I've been feeding the live blackworms and he's been liking those and eating those, so that's good. So that's why I set up this the other day, or no, actually today, which, do you guys know what this is? Do you guys know what this is? This is a live blackworm culture. So you can see the blackworms here. How do I zoom in? There we go. These are the blackworms. Got this little setup here. And yeah, that's what I set up. This is with my mini sponge filter from Temu. Anyway, I've made a video about this, which will be out on Saturday, I think, on how I set this up. It's quite simple, but yeah. So anyway, so that should be quite good. So then I can like keep breeding those and then feeding those to the discus, and I think that should work. Yeah. Yeah, I think he's doing, but I don't have a picture. Do I have a picture of him? I don't think I have a very recent picture of him. You know what I do have a picture of, though? This is what I do have a picture of. I have a picture of this. Look at this little Coco. Look at her. With the one... Well, no, not with one leg. She got 3 legs, but the one missing leg. Yeah, she was sleeping. I could get this picture. Usually she wakes up when I take a picture, but this time she stayed asleep. But she's not here today. She's downstairs. See you, yeah. So that's Coco. Oh, and we are... My camera is... What happened with my camera? On. But let me reset it. Do I need to reset it? Or are we good? No, I don't need to reset it. Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? It's stuttery, isn't it? Why? Okay, I don't know. Anyway, so I do have a picture of that. Do I have a picture of the discus? No, I don't. Not a very recent one, anyway. Let me see. Nope. no, 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 no. I do not have a picture of the discus. No. I should take one. I'll do that. Okay, anyway. Indeed, once you narrow down how to get your success, you can be the new Stenka, but better, and provide quality discus to the world. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. At the moment, there's definitely better breeders out there than me. I'm not that great at breeding discus, to be honest with you. Otherwise, I would have had a way more success. But you gotta start somewhere, and you only learn by making mistakes. That's what I've learned, is you only learn something, or you only like get to master something when you make mistakes. You can ask anybody. Ask any expert in a field of something, and the only way they've learned and gotten to that level is by making mistakes. It sounds stupid, but that's the way it is. If you don't make mistakes, how are you ever going to learn? You got to mess up first before you succeed. Right? Like, yeah. Simple as that. Hey William, how you doing? Do I keep white worm cultures? No. No, this is the first culture that I've done, pretty much. So, yeah. True. Yeah. True. Rebecca will develop discus food next. Prefer to learn from others' mistakes where possible, less painful that way. Yeah, but I still believe the true experts in whatever field it may be have made the mistakes themselves. You know what I mean? Because you've also got the wannabe experts who claim they know all this stuff, but in fact, they try and like copy some, or I don't know what I'm trying to say, but yeah. Failure equals success. Yeah, indeed, pretty much. I mean, not in all the circumstances, but definitely in some. Definitely in some. So anyway, I'm still debating whether to go to this. Why is the thing so laggy? Is it because of this? Why is... I don't know why my thing is so laggy. Wait, let me turn this off. Turn this on. Still laggy, eh? Still laggy. Laggy. Come on. Oh, no. No. Put me back on. Why is it so stuttery? What's happened? I don't know what's happened. Anyway, deal with it, I guess. I'm still debating to go to here.
Keep up the awesome work.
£10, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I don't know what your name is, but I appreciate that. That is very generous of you. Keep up the awesome work. Yep, indeed, I will. I will. Which is quite cool. It did the text-to-speech thing. I always forget that that's a feature, but I need to sort this camera out. Wait a minute. Let me disconnect and reconnect. You guys can still hear me. Come on, please. Please work. You guys still hear me? Hopefully you guys can still hear me. I'm gonna mess up this camera, aren't I? Great, just as we have the donation. Come on. Oh, there we go. Yay. We're back. Great. Great. Matty Young. Alright, cool. I'll call you Matty from now. Right, cool. We got a lot of Matts. I know a lot of Matts. Yeah, I know a lot of Matts. But I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Wait, I need to do this. The donation sound. I always forget about that as well. We got a donation sound. We also got a couple of other sounds. We got the, oh yeah, the happy birthday sound. If it's anyone's birthday, is it anyone's birthday? Wait, how do I stop it? No, stop. Or we can look by the FFL birthdays. See in Fisham link if there's any birthdays coming up. Hoping the African butterfly fish will breed soon rather than just dancing. That'd be quite cool. I'm just teasing you. Lap dances. I don't know if the fish handling is active, by the way. I'm not sure. Probably because I planned the stream in too late. That's the great thing about all those videos on the website about fish breeding. Quite a lot can be learned from other people's experience. That is true. That is true. Indeed, that is true. No, what I was saying this. Still debating whether I was gonna go to here, to this place. Because tomorrow I'm going to Texel, actually. And yeah, I don't know if we'll have time to go here. But it is quite a cool place. Look at this. Look how insane this looks. That is cool, isn't it? So I kind of want to go there. But again, I don't know if I have time tomorrow. I don't know what the whole plan is tomorrow. We're going to Texel, which, if you guys don't know where Texel is, let me show you. It's an island. Look, it's an island, okay? It's an island. But if you look at the map, Netherlands map, it's basically this. So you got the map here. You got this, the whole country. I live around here somewhere, there somewhere. Right? Go all the way up here. Then here, there's this little thingy bob. The islands. So you got this island, you got this island, another island, island. This is Texel, this is the biggest one of them all. And yeah, it's quite cool. Oh, and yeah, these are also Dutch as well. Bonaire, Sint Eustatius, and Saba. Those are also Dutch, apparently. So yeah, so that's that. So that's where I'm going tomorrow. This is yeah, it's that shop, yeah. So you're going to drive the car into the ferry? Indeed, yep. Why is there no bridge? Because it's quite a distance, I think. It's quite... Although, actually, I don't know. Maybe there could be a bridge. I don't know why there's not a bridge. Because look, it could easily... Yeah, there could be a bridge here. I don't know why there's no bridge. Wait, should we research? Why isn't there a bridge between Den Helder and Texel? There isn't a bridge between Texel is an island, and a bridge would be impractical for the current ferry traffic. Primary means of transportation to Texel is by ferry with frequent crossings available. Bridge would likely be an unnecessary and costly infrastructure project given the existing ferry services. So basically it's just because it's not really needed. Because there's not that much traffic. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, people who, the people that live on this island are very few. There's not many people that live there, and the only people that go there is like on holidays or whatever, and then just the ferry is like a half an hour or so. It's really not that long. Maybe not even. Oh wait, this says that that part of the water is quite dangerous, and it would be a costly infrastructure to make it. And it just says that people like the little boat as it's like a holiday feeling going there. And this says that it would cost 12.3 million. Or I don't know. I don't know. But it's a cool place. So I'm like, it'd be cool to go there to do a video. I guess this is the guy who runs it. Together with this guy. Yeah. And they do L numbers as well. They do discus and L numbers. See, it's like these boats. You go on there with these boats. It's quite simple. These boats just, yeah, quite easy. Yeah, I suppose. Oops. So anyway. This is the breeding room. Look at all the discus though. It looks great. It looks amazing. Anyway, so I don't know. We might go there tomorrow, maybe not. Kind of depends. Maybe I should send a message beforehand though. That's a good point. Look at all these babies. These kind of look like the ones I got. Yeah, anyway. So. 20 minutes, yeah. She will eat the bridges. Most of the islands are below sea. That's the thing, yeah. Still quite a distance to cover if you build a bridge between. Then held on the island. Yep. Yeah, the ferries are every half an hour. Yeah, that's interesting, yeah. Well, we got the dike, of course, the offslide dike. That's quite long. Like, I think that's like 30 kilometers? 35, maybe 40. Those wouldn't outweigh the cost of building a bridge, indeed. This I would make shipping a pain. Well, it says they do it with UPS, so they must have some kind of service that does that for them. Or yeah, I don't know. You barely have time for a cup of coffee. If you want to visit, you have to contact them first. Yeah, so that's kind of the thing. I should either send a message now or tomorrow, but I don't know if it's too late tomorrow. I don't know. I'll probably take my camera just in case, because it'd be cool to make a video there. Corridor, how you doing? Nice to see you at the last minute of the stream, pretty much. Because we're gonna round up soon. Because it's 10 o'clock, so we've been live for 2 hours. Anyway, hit the like button, because we're at 16 likes. Hit the like button. You're the world famous shady keeper fish. They'll be honored to have you. Do you think? Do you think? Is an option you could go to Ecomar? I think that was the plan as well, to go there. I think that was the original plan, to go to Ecomara. Instead of... Oh, I don't know. Yep, you pretty much missed it, yeah. 2 hours too late. Yeah. We started, what, 2 hours ago. But I noticed everyone was late today for some reason. Literally started off and nobody was here. It's called fashionably late. Yeah, I know. But it does make me think, should I change my times of going live? Because I think I would have more people watching if I went live, say, from now. So say I would go live now till midnight then. Would I have more people? I don't know. I'm not sure. Fashionably even, yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one. Anyways, I think we'll round off then. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I would watch that more, not during school. Right. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Prepping my car, have a 7-hour drive tomorrow. Get more fish to the store. Cool. Cool, cool. Anyways, I'm barely awake and making coffee when you usually start, so I wouldn't be mad at later, but I know the UK folks prefer earlier. Yeah, that's the thing, because for Europe and UK, it's still quite late, like it's 10 PM right now. So if I would start here, if I would start now, it'd be till 12. What I could do is start just 1 hour later. Yeah, like just one hour later. So instead of starting at 8 my time, start at 9. And then 9 till 11. Because then that's an hour later for everyone. That would be 8 till 10 in the UK. That might work. And especially now I don't have any school anymore. You know, I'm free. I don't have any school, so it doesn't really matter what time I go to bed and stuff. So yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, 1 hour later, then the quiz would be now-ish. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll do that. But there again, I'm also kind of need to think, because I'm already getting... I usually around 10-ish, I get a little bit tired. But then at 11, I'm kind of like awake again, which is quite weird. Could double stream morning, afternoon. Yeah, could. As long as you don't work on Friday. No, the thing is, I'll never work on Fridays. Because at least I don't want to work on Fridays. The reason being is that I got like fish deliveries and things. So by not working on Fridays, I've got time for the fish deliveries and things like that. So I'll never work on Fridays. That's for sure. So anyway, anyway, we're over time now. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe. We'll end this poll as well. 26 votes. Most of you guys got your first tank 5+ years ago. That's crazy. That's crazy. So yeah. Anyways, that's it. When will I be live next? I don't know. Maybe tomorrow? No, not tomorrow actually. What am I saying? No, because I'm away all day tomorrow. So not tomorrow. Probably also not Saturday, because Saturday I'm working. Maybe I don't know. Maybe Sunday. Maybe next week Monday. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe next week sometimes. Thanks, Jake. More and more people start calling me Jake for some reason. I don't know why. Always good to know you are here sharing knowledge with us. Doing better with overtime now. Most of us aren't 17. No, true, I'm not 17 either, so you're right there. So it's not that crazy. No, I know. None of us here are 17, so, you know. Autocorrect, I know. Yep, indeed. There is no dead guy on the street now, so progress is being made out there. Well done to all the police or firefighters or whatever. Well done. Oh yeah, you had a birthday indeed, about 5 months ago. I've been 18 for like 5 months now, I think. Yeah, 5 months. So, yeah, I'll be 19 before you know it. Only another 7 months, which is nothing. So yeah. Anyways, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys sometime soon. I don't know when. Anyway, thank you for the super chat as well, Matty. I appreciate that. See you guys later.